Coming up next on Must See and OC TV, Abundanza, Zito's New York-style pizza. Why is it ranked year after year among Orange County's best by locals who know firsthand? And how did the owner struggle to survive before his secret family recipe finally became an OC favorite? The Spice of Life, the Bluewater Grill, OC's premier restaurant for Malaysian food. Why do foodies say this is the original fusion? Why are critics salivating over the spices? And how are the owners planning to take this from coast to coast? OC's best kept secret. That's how locals describe the Enderley Center, OC's #1 ranked neighborhood shopping center, named after a man of fame and fortune, and most of all, a man of faith. One of the most thoughtful people you will ever meet. It's a wonderful life. Jimmy Stewart's small town bank is the role model for the folks at Patriots Federal Credit Union. With its deep local ties to our military roots, why are more and more people transferring their money from banks into credit unions? And how is Patriots fulfilling its motto of people helping people? And finally, Acura, Japan's first luxury car brand, which debuted 25 years ago. How has Acura grown hand in hand with Orange County over the past quarter century? Thanks to OC's top-ranked auto dealer and OC's top-ranked auto mall. Greetings from Newport Beach, I'm Farland Chang, and welcome to Must See and OC TV. Get ready for some of the most inspirational success stories and the visionaries who fuel their success. These leaders help explain why many cities in OC are ranked among the best places in America to live, work, play, and study. We're proud to partner with the Business Alliance of Orange County, and we're thrilled to celebrate the merchants who help make OC one of America's best places to be. Get ready, Must See and OC TV starts now.
I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind.
Orange County, world-famous home to Disneyland, pristine beaches, and golden sunsets. OC is also ranked as one of America's top places for dining, shopping, and playing. But where can you find Orange County's best neighborhood shopping center? According to the OC Register, it's the Enderley Center, home to 23 shops, plus 5 restaurants, and a coffee house. It's described as OC's best kept secret by locals here in the city of Tustin, who are proud their city is ranked by Forbes as one of America's top 25 towns for living well. Today, after more than 30 years, the Enderley Center still embraces the ambiance of small-town shopping, without the hustle and bustle of the new mega malls.
But we sense a presence here, and other people do too. They feel something special here. And we certainly aren't. They don't have to buy anything. Just come here and enjoy it, sit in the benches around and enjoy what there is here. And it's just neat.
Thank you, Mr. Enderley. I love you.
Locals credit the owner, native son Al Enderley, whose family once grew orange groves nearby.
Dear friend, love her dearly. You don't have to.
Al treats merchants like extended family, and his customers like personal guests. Indeed, this is one of the very few privately owned shopping centers on the West Coast.
Silent night.
The Enderleys are proud their annual holiday open house has become a must-see tradition, inspired by their own guiding light.
While we dedicated the center to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and on behalf of myself and my family, and we meant it. You know, it wasn't just something, it wasn't a publicity stunt or something. I mean, you know, that's where our hearts was. And ever since that time, we've sensed a presence here, whether it's the Holy Spirit or angels or whatever it is, who knows.
At the heart of the center stands a clock tower, inspired by the one in New York City as the place for people to meet and celebrate. They can choose from 5 upscale culinary restaurants, 11 specialty shops, 5 fashion stores, and 10 service-related shops. The Enderley Center is also a haven for car lovers. They meet every month for classic and custom car shows.
Thank you, Tom. Another beautiful car. What year is that?
Al says he's really just a steward of this property for the real owner, his boss upstairs.
I own nothing. He owns it all. He owns the center, he owns me, he owns everything that I think I own. So you can't worry about something you don't own. Did I ever give you one of these stories?
Everywhere Al goes, you'll find him sharing his story of how he found the Lord. Al says he lived a life of fame and fortune as a rancher, adventurer, and developer.
Because I remember when I lost my first fortune, why all my friends disappeared. Just gone.
So after seeming to have it all, Al says he failed at business and at marriage. That is, until he married his fourth wife, Jerry. She introduced him to the joy of Jesus. They lived happily for 15 years when Jerry died of cancer. But Jerry had prayed that Al would find a loving Christian woman to care for him, and he found her. Now, for more than 25 years, Gloria has been at Al's side through thick and thin, from being poor and humble to later recovering his wealth. But they know that just like the game of Monopoly, it all goes back in the box.
Keep that in mind. You don't take anything with you. It all goes back in the box. And sometimes it goes back in the box before you go in the box.
And Al Enderle clearly loves to help people, donating time and money to many causes. He also loves coaching young students to define success, not by fame and fortune, but by what is eternally lasting.
So when you do things that glorify the Lord, you become successful forever. And that's the bottom line.
Thank you, Al Enderle, for creating not just one of OC's best-kept secrets, but for sharing your own secret for success. Here in OC, we're a long way from NYC, New York City that is. But if you're craving New York-style pizza, you don't have to fly to the other coast. You just need to go to Zito's Pizza in Orange, Anaheim, or Tustin. Year after year, Zito's is ranked among OC's best for pizza. This is a success story that started more than 20 years ago, thanks to one young man who refused to quit when everyone told him to give up. For the best pizza in town, where should you go in Orange County? According to the OC Register, Zito's New York-style pizza is ranked year after year among the best by locals who know firsthand.
No, pizza's to die for here.
They cook it perfect. Every time.
Zito's started nearly 23 years ago when Steve Silverstein and his wife took over a struggling pizzeria they loved.
It was the type of quality pizza you'd think about getting in downtown Manhattan, in Brooklyn.
So they invested their savings to carry on the family's old secret recipe, and it paid off.
You know, really good pizza. The Domino's and Pizza Hut is just very processed.
The dough is hand-tossed and made fresh daily. Each large pizza is topped with nearly a pound of fresh mozzarella cheese from Wisconsin. And every large pepperoni comes with at least 50 slices. Only the freshest ingredients are used. Portions are huge, and the sauce packs an extra spicy kick. Zito's has expanded to 4 family-style restaurants, serving New York-style pizza across Orange and Anaheim. Most have multiple TVs with high ceilings and murals on the walls that make you feel you're in the Big Apple. The pizzerias have all become neighborhood traditions for countless families, schools, and sports teams, many of which Zito's sponsors. On this evening, the Villa Park High School football team packed the house, and having just as much fun as the teens are their parents, who first started coming here back when they were even younger.
It brings everybody together. It's a great family environment, and I have to say, having all these beautiful women around is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Oh, so Zito's, everyone should come.
Everyone, including little ones, such as Colin McCarthy with his friends and family.
You can just go have fun and the family's talking and eating food, and you can go play games, and the arcade's right there, and you can all sit down, and you can come back and have pizza, and then after you leave, you have a nice memory.
Building on Zito's success, Steve pursued his dream, creating his missing link, Zito's on 17th, here in Tustin at the Enderle Center. A sit-down, full-service bar and grill featuring a high-class menu.
Filet mignon. very good.
I like the rotelli, which I have here right now, which is excellent to die for.
Come here, baby, let the good time roll.
Out on the patio, the good times roll with live entertainment and the largest fireplace in OC. To go along with its bar carrying 20 beers on tap and a wide range of fine wines.
Zito's has it all. They've got a great happy hour. They've got this outside fireplace, live music on the weekends. Great service. Great service. Wonderful atmosphere. The bread is awesome.
But it took a long time before Zito's was rolling in the dough. Early on, Steve was ready to sell out to anyone who'd give him even half of what he invested.
First year or two I was in business, my employees, I had 2 employees, I paid them $4.25 an hour, and I wish that was my paycheck when I'd write their paycheck.
People kept telling Steve to quit, but he was inspired by his uncle, who loved the restaurant business. So the skeptics actually helped Steve succeed.
I think it did push and motivate me, but when it comes down to it, the bottom line is that you can't be successful in this business unless you have a product, and a product to sell that people want to buy and want to buy every week.
With his will to win, Steve has turned skeptics into believers. Abbondanza, the Italian word for abundant, which sums up Steve's philosophy for Zito's. And Zito's has delivered on that promise, offering OC's finest pizza and a home away from home. California is home to some of the best Asian cuisine in the world, and Californians are among the trendsetters who have made Chinese food, Japanese food, Korean, and Thai into household words. But have you ever tried Malaysian food? Well, get ready to visit the first and only Malaysian restaurant in Orange County, and the owners who plan to make Malaysian part of our mainstream diet. Enter Belacan Grill with Chef Ken Tan and get your taste buds ready. Dining here is like traveling back in time to the land of Malaysia, famous for the belacan spice, and a land of many cultures which some describe as truly Asia. This is Orange County's first and only Malaysian restaurant, where 94% of urban spooners recommend eating here, and where the OC Register says the menu is massive, packed with exotic-sounding treats that promise to excite, and with nothing that will bore your taste bud.
And the food was absolutely delicious.
And the palate just goes wild.
Chef Ken Tan is the man behind this multicultural menu. He carries on a family tradition of authentic cooking that he learned from his grandmother and his mother. To this day, Chef Ken only eats his mother's home cooking.
My mother cooking is also learned from my grandma. My grandma is a very good cook. Very good cook.
Riviera magazine says the impressive thing about belacan is how varied every dish is, from the mango shrimp to the curry chicken, and the belacan green beans to the lamb satay. The nation and the cuisine of Malaysia are shaped by many cultural influences, both from indigenous groups inside, as well as from Chinese, Indian, Thai, even European culinary sensibilities. As Westways magazine raves, the results are nothing short of delicious. Indeed, on a typical Full House weekend, we found scores of guests giving their thumbs up.
Yeah, it's like, right, it's a bit like a visit to a tropical place, but it's only a few miles from the house. So
it feels like you're back home and eating the real, authentic gourmet food, Indian, not just Indian, the homemade food.
Chef Ken immigrated 30 years ago, started a popular restaurant in LA, then opened this one in Orange County last year. Some compare Malaysian food to Chinese, but Chef Ken says there is a world of difference. For one, you'll find about 50 spices in a Malaysian kitchen compared to soy sauce and a few other basics in a typical Chinese restaurant.
Curry powder, dry chili powder, aniseed, dry belacan, candle nut, curry leaf, and some chopped onion, some fresh chilies.
A second reason, the sauces, all homemade with fresh ingredients, no pre-made sauces from a bottle here. And third, slow cooking, up to 3 hours for a beef dish, so the meat soaks in the flavor. Chef Ken's authenticity and uniqueness attracted one of his own customers to become his partner, Dean Indot, a fellow native of Malaysia and a banker by trade, who then invited his friend Jimmy Niwa, a seasoned pro in the hospitality business.
You know, after I had eaten the food, I went home and said, wait a minute, that was really good. You know, what can we do with this? We need to make this into something that everyone can try.
I mean, if you put a globe here, it's every country in this world and everybody can appreciate our food, and you don't see that in any other restaurant. It's rare.
Social networks picked up on the glowing reviews, from the spicy food to the tropical casual setting to the friendly staff, well versed in the art of Chef Ken's cooking. Every night after work, Chef Ken prepares a unique meal for his staff, and he encourages them to treat customers like family.
The food, the service, the atmosphere, fantastic.
Chef Ken is also proud his food unites people of all races, religions, and cultures. That reflects his native home, famous for diversity, tolerance, and harmony.
My cooking is for all races.
Guests come here from all over Southern California, and now the three partners dream of taking Chef Ken's creation to the next level.
Look at Thai food, look at Japanese food, and look at Korean food. It was never mainstream before, but how is it today? So that's what I want to emulate.
One who is especially proud of Chef Ken is his own 15-year-old son, Leroy, who dreams of following in his father's footsteps.
Cooking is in the blood.
It's a family tradition that is being passed on now from father to son, and a multicultural cuisine that is uniting food lovers from east to west. Our next story is about one of California's oldest credit unions. It's called Patriots. What is a credit union? One of the best examples is from Jimmy Stewart's old classic film, It's a Wonderful Life. George Bailey is a good, honest businessman who runs one of these early models of a credit union. Essentially, they do what banks do, except banks are owned by shareholders, so profits go back to them, while credit unions are owned by members, so profits go back to the members in the form of lower interest rates. Hear now the humble story of Patriots, from its early roots of people helping people.
That's George Bailey. That's him when he was 12.
You know, George, I feel that in a small way we are doing something important, satisfying a fundamental urge for a man to want his own roof, walls, and fireplace.
In Jimmy Stewart's classic film, It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey is fighting for the hometown he loves by running an early credit union, pooling money from neighbors to help other neighbors.
And I'll sign the paper.
You don't have to sign anything. I know you. You pay when you can. That's okay.
That model is what inspires many of today's credit unions, especially the folks at Patriots in Orange County. One credit union member for the past 30 years is Bob Trudella.
Oh, yeah, it is people helping people, and I think we need more of that today.
Credit unions do what banks do, except instead of being run for the profit of shareholders, credit unions are run by members, for members. Patriots has gone from serving young American Marines to serving everyone in Orange County, young and old, from every walk of life.
We can offer cradle-to-grave financial services. We can open an account for a child. We can help them with their first car loan. We can help them purchase that first home. We can help them when they're ready to retire.
Patriots started from humble roots back in 1962 at the El Toro Marine Station. 7 sergeants felt bad for their young men who had a hard time saving money. They were often gouged by local banks. So the sergeants threw in $5 apiece for a grand total of $35 to start what would eventually become known as Patriots. Among those early pioneers who started the union was Les Wadley.
Interest rates were lower, their dividends on savings was higher. It's just all around a better deal.
At this member appreciation luncheon, we met some of the first to join the credit union more than 40 years ago, including James Rainey, a Vietnam vet who now runs a successful cleaning business.
My first house was through the credit union. My first car was through the credit union. Everything first. And the most important, I've never been turned down for a loan. Never. Never been turned down for a loan.
These members say they love visiting the branch, being greeted by their first name, never needing to know their account numbers, even getting personal calls from the manager about when they should move their money. From its military roots, Patriots is now helping young people, such as Cassandra Hassett. At the urging of her grandmother, an early union member, Cassandra joined Patriots after she got her first job and needed to buy her first car.
They are always giving brochures and pamphlets about how to help manage your money. And I'm young, so that's great for young people.
Many members say the one-stop service is so good they have no need for a bank. Rooted in its past, Patriots is now preparing for the future. It's using mobile technology to give members the service they want, when they want it, where they want it. Patriots CEO Dan Campbell thinks of his son as an example of the new generation of members they are serving.
He wants everything electronic. He wants to be able to use his phone or his debit card for everything that he does. And that's what we're trying to offer.
Of course, for members who prefer to visit the old brick-and-mortar building, they can always visit the 3 OC branches in Aliso Viejo, Santa Ana, and Tustin. And in each of them, according to longtime members who should know, you will be welcomed as part of the family.
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you, George.
Just as George Bailey made people's lives better in his hometown of Bedford Falls, the good folks at Patriots are trying to do the same for our community in Orange County. A tradition of people helping people, alive and well.
In our next segment, where to go when making one of your biggest financial decisions, buying a car. Well, according to the OC Register, the Tustin Auto Center here is OC's #1 ranked auto mall. And within this center, OC's #1 ranked auto dealer is DCH Tustin Acura. Here now, the story of the auto center's very first dealer from 25 years ago, and how it has set the bar for treating customers and giving back to our community.
For most of us, buying a car is the biggest purchase we'll make, second only to buying our home. And here in Orange County, car shoppers voted the Tustin Auto Center as OC's best auto mall. As dealers like to say, the Tustin Auto Center is minutes from anywhere in OC. And within this mall, this is where more than 30,000 people have purchased their cars, DCH Tustin Acura. On this evening, people all over Orange County celebrated the dealership's 25th anniversary.
We're a 2 Acura family. We want to be an Acura family for the next 25 years.
During this time, DCH Tustin Acura has become the #1 volume Acura dealer in the Western United States. It's an 8-time winner of Acura's highest honor, the Dealership of Distinction.
It puts them in very rare company.
And of J.D. Power's prestigious Dealership of Excellence Award.
A lot of integrity. Everybody treats you very well. I know everybody. They know me by name when I come here.
From happy and loyal customers to VIPs from government, business, and community.
Congratulations. Well, they were the first ones in here. They really set the pace.
They all came out to say thanks for a quarter century of success, including some of the very first customers, such as Terry Austin.
And so I bought one of the first Legends, and since then I've had nearly 8 Acuras, and some of my staff have got Acuras.
The success story of this dealership is also the success story of the Acura brand.
My car to me is like my friend, always there, always reliable.
As well as the city of Tustin.
Everybody knows where the Tustin Auto Center is, and it's because of leaders like this dealership that we're now on the map in terms of a business community.
25 years ago, Honda launched Acura as a new luxury brand. It was a bold experiment for the first Japanese car maker to sell a luxury car. Back in 1986, the Tustin Auto Center was brand new, surrounded by orange groves, and the city was eager to have DCH as its first charter tenant, led by General Manager Dick Shue. Since then, the city of Tustin has become what Forbes ranks as one of the top 25 most livable cities, growing hand in hand with both Acura and the DCH Tustin dealership.
They are certainly a huge tax generator for us.
The mayor of Tustin was joined by 2 former mayors, including this one who also became one of the very first customers.
I liked it so much that I bought another one, an Integra, for my bride.
That story is one you'll hear over and over. Customers so happy with their Acuras, they get the whole family on board. While Acura delivers a great product, the dealers must deliver great service. That service quality is driven by the philosophy of its parent company, DCH Auto Group. Its chairman is Xiaowai Lam, who oversees the group's 27 dealerships from coast to coast. And he says the group's success is inspired by his father, the founder.
You cannot do it with just words, you have to do it with the heart.
And to inspire employees to serve from their hearts, DCH has built corporate social responsibility into everyone's daily lives. For example, beyond DCH just sponsoring schools and scholarships, employees also donate their time to support great causes such as SAD or Students Against Destructive Decisions. And for what Dick Shu's team has done, high school students as well as Miss Tustin came to express their gratitude. As a role model for giving back to the community, DCH Tustin Acura received the prestigious Business of the Year award from the Tustin Chamber of Commerce.
My personal philosophy always has been, if you do your best, the good thing will come. So if you plant the seed, the tree will grow.
Indeed, after planting seeds a quarter-century ago, DCH Tustin Acura has helped to grow many trees, delivering customer happiness while giving back to Orange County. Here's to 25 more years of growing together. Coming up in our next edition of Must See in OC TV, The Pursuit of Perfection. South Coast Gymnastics, the only gym in Southern Cal run by a former world champion and Olympian, along with his wife, also a former Olympian.
The one thing that really distinguishes South Coast over the rest, I think, is their commitment to the kids.
How is their team of coaches combining the best of East and West? And producing much more than just top athletes.
I think she has seen that by working hard, she can become better and really achieve anything that she sets out to achieve.
Hooked on seafood. The Bluewater Grill consistently voted as Southern Cal's best seafood. How do the owners source the globe for the highest quality fresh seafood?
The place has great halibut. They have a great happy hour. Came here last Friday for that. The steaks are pretty good. The seafood's excellent.
How are they casting a wider net for fish lovers? And why do critics and diners keep coming back for more?
The atmosphere.
Service.
Service.
My name is Hannah, and I'm Natalie.
The House of Music, Orchepia, one of OC's top schools for music, where teachers go beyond telling, explaining, and demonstrating, but instead are inspiring.
Great educational programs with great teachers, which teaches us in a very exciting way.
See the Orchepia approach for bringing out the best in our children's musical talents.
Most definitely, I highly recommend this school to everyone here, all the parents here. It's a great school. They have good interest teachers, and the kids love it here.
And our American hero, the epic odyssey of a U.S. Navy pilot who served 5 years as a POW in Vietnam. His story of the human spirit, its power to prevail against all odds, and how we can all apply his lessons on survival whenever we too get shot down in life.
And that's our show. Thank you for joining us. I'm Farland Chang. We'll see you next time here on Must See in OC TV.